Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to a live shiny Charmander hunt. My name is Zach, and I am on approximately, let's see here, approximately, how do I look at this? 35 hours of looking for a shiny Charmander. If you want to add me as well, there's my friend code there. But we're going to continue the good fight and look for that shiny Charmander. Gonna just dial in our gain here. Attaboy. But yeah, if you're watching and you're here live with us, thank you for joining. Appreciate that as always. I am not the fastest at doing this. I tend to err on the side of caution. So yeah, we're gonna take our time. We're gonna take our time with this. I would estimate I am about 2,000 resets in. The odds are, I think, 1 in 8,192, give or take. So this could take a while, or if I'm really lucky, this could happen tonight. But I think it'd be fun to do this with you guys tonight. I did pick up a capture card, so kind of got it set up almost fully working, but working enough that we could all play tonight. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun as well to maybe stream parts of the game. Obviously, there'll be parts that I'll be playing off stream. But yeah, this has been my life the past, since Sunday. And, you know, Victoria's already well on her way to playing the game. But I really don't want to start without my shiny Charmander. What's up, Toy Mafia? Also, don't really have a fancy counter to count how many resets we've done today. But I would say I want to give it at least an hour. And we'll see how many we can get. And we'll go from there. Seen quite a few people get it today, so that's always encouraging, especially when you're in a battle like this, you know? To see other people have success is very nice. And if we get it early enough in the stream, we'll actually play part of the game. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, it's basically all we're doing the whole stream, pretty much. I think it will not. I had a lot of confidence that this would happen quickly on Sunday, and I have no confidence now. I think my spirit has been broken. But that's okay. We're gonna get this one way or another. It's gonna be amazing. God damn it. It's a battle, boys. It's a fucking battle. I think I have like a 6-7 hour round trip that I have to do starting tomorrow. I don't believe I'm driving for at least most of it. And if we don't succeed tonight, this won't be doing during the drive, so gotta lock in, you know. I've actually seen some people get it and then accidentally restart it, so I tend to be a little slow on the draw for the reset. The last thing I want to do is get it and accidentally reset it, so. But yeah, if you're playing this game, let me know. I'm curious to see how you guys' save files are going thus far. Would love to hear it. Damn. Let's see. Random Korean says, just finished work and got home here for a quick lurk while I shower. Yeah, bro. Let me hear my sultry voice while you scrub a dub, brother. Yeah, Random. I was saying before the stream started, I'm about 35 hours into my hunt so far. I think at the pace that I go, which is quite slow, ChatGPT says it will take maximum of like 80 to 100 hours, which is not great. Yeah, I hope you had a good day at work, buddy. I actually had a wonderful day at work, and tomorrow I'm, it's a little bit of a half day, so excited about that. I thought it would be fun. Yeah, Char is my favorite, to be honest. When I was, I think it was 7 or 8. It might have been, yeah, it was probably 7, because I got it like basically right when it came out. When the Game Boy Color came out. My dad took me to GameStop, got me Pokemon Red and a Game Boy. No idea why he did that, because he's not really the, well, he's not the type of parent to do that, but it was like a big splurge. Like, we didn't have a lot of money when I was younger. And I I just loved. I mean, Charmander or Charizard was a fucking asshole in the anime, but boy, I love that design. And so that was my first starter Pokemon. And any game that's possible, I've always chosen Charmander. And I was really excited because when I got back into Pokemon, when I was, I think, a sophomore in college, we got back into Pokemon X, and in that game you get a starter from that region, but shortly after the game starts, you get a chance to get a Kanto starter as well. I don't quite remember why. And so I was able to start with Greninja, which is honestly probably the best water starter ever, in my opinion. And then followed up with a Charizard. And Charizard had sick Mega Evolutions in that game. So, yeah, it's pretty spicy. Not gonna lie. But, yeah, I do like Charmander a lot. I've never actually played, I think as far as I know, I don't think I've ever played this game with Bulbasaur or Squirtle. And I remember when I was young, we used to do this, I guess like daycare, but, you know, we were like in 5th grade at this point, 4th, 5th grade. But when I was young, this kid that was there as well, I think his name was Blaine, his Pokemon was a Blastoise. We'd battle like every day on the playground with the link cable. So I have a lot of fond memories of that. But yeah, I remember as a kid, Charmander is such a hard start to this game because you got Brock's Gym, which is I think it's ground rock, and then Misty's Gym, which is water. And boy, it honestly may have taken me like 20 times to beat Misty, and I remember the day I did it, I was after, I don't think I've ever told this story, it was after Boy Scout camp, or I guess Cub Scouts, hot as fuck, in the car, just sweating, and I had saved right in front of Misty because I had lost a bunch, and I was just like, trying to win this fucking battle, and, dude, by the fucking grace of God, I fucking finally beat her. It was a Charmeleon. It was like so high level, this Charmeleon, because I'd lost so many times. That fucking Starmie was brutal, dude. I think I dog walked the rest of the game, but that was ridiculous. Victoria says, I've been invested since the beginning, so I feel like I have to witness the moment it happens. Dude, if it happens on stream, that would be amazing. Obviously, I hope it happens tonight, but if not tonight, tomorrow during the road trip. But yeah, I would love nothing more for this to happen on stream. This would be really cool. Shout out to Victoria. She bought me the streaming equipment so I can play the Switch on the computer. Korean says, when the Red Blue game first came out, it was so fire. Everything was a mystery and new. The shows didn't come out till years later, right? I think, I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't recall. I think the show was very early when the games came out. I think. At least when I got the game, the show was already out. So it's very possible I didn't have it right at release, but like shortly after. But I just remember my dad buying it for me, and I was like, what the frick? I think I got like a really good report card. And I don't think it was GameStop. But it was like, I think it was EB Games or something like that. I don't quite remember. But yeah, it was pretty fucking spicy. Victoria says, green was been fun so far, getting my lineup ready. Yeah, what do you have in your team? I'm curious. I'm kind of jealous. I've been watching Victoria play, and I'm like, damn, dude, that could be me, bro. It could be me. Actually, I need some G Fuel, bro. Might G Fuel it up in a second. Fuel up the jet, bro. Damn, Tony Gonzalez dropping his bid for re-election, dude. What a fucking loser. What a fucking idiot. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. I know I'm hella slow doing this. But, I'll just be like, you just, like, when you do this, it's so boring. You just got to do other things while you're also doing this. So, I apologize. Dude, I remember, Korean says, I think when I was 7-ish when Red Blue was out for the Western countries, begging my mom more batteries for the Game Boy. Yeah, I vividly remember the first time I beat the Elite Four. I had a Gyarados, and I was in a battle, bro, with Lance. I don't know, that's not the very end. But I want to say with the Game Boy Color, when that shit was, like, literally about to die, it would start, like, flashing red, the little power light. And I remember, like, I think I had, like, one Pokemon left. And, like, right when I beat him, saved it, almost immediately it died. Had to replace the batteries, but I was, as far as I'd ever gotten. And then I remember the first time beating the Elite Four. But even back then, back in the day, like, even in Red, like, I would have level 100 Charizard, whatever. But even back then, there was a lot of stuff I never did in Pokemon Red. And I guess you can call me a noob, but, like, I never caught Articuno. I believe I caught Moltres, but I don't believe I ever caught Articuno. I definitely caught Zapdos because that was my favorite. There was some portions of the game that I never really explored too often. But I'm excited to do, try to do all that in this game. And people bitch about this being $20, but I mean, I own a cartridge of Leaf Green, and that shit's much more than $20 to buy the cartridge. Also being able to play it on the go with a fucking OLED, Switch OLED. Beautiful, crispy ass fucking like 8-inch screen. Yeah, I'll fucking pay $20 for that, bro. And not only that, the thing is, like, if you emulate it, you don't have access to Pokemon Home. And I have hella I have the whole Pokédex in Pokemon Home. And I have a lot of shinies in there, too. Which really begs the question why I'm even doing this, because next month Home is coming out, and supposedly I just transfer one of my shiny Charmanders to this game. But it's more like to say you have it, to flex a little bit. We begged for the portable light to play our Game Boys in the car. I remember we had those. They were like the little, I think they're called worm lights. Those were fun. And then I think Joseph had one. It was like a big ass magnifying glass that clipped on to the Game Boy. It looked kind of goofy, but it had a light and a fucking magnifying glass. That's pretty sweet. And then I think he had also, I think it was Joseph or Sammy. I was not like a big fan of those. I think I just had the little light, and then I had a Game Shark. But Sammy had this thing. It was like a fucking surround system for the Game Boy. It looked stupid as hell. You would like nestle the Game Boy into this fucking contraption, and then it had like 6 shitty speakers on it. I think it was awful, dude. But the Game Boy Light was awesome, dude. That shit went fucking hard. Watch, I feel like confident in this one. We're gonna name him Shiny. Yeah, it's super easy to get shinies. In fact, I will be honest, in my entire Pokemon career, I've played, let's see here. I played Red, Yellow, Silver Crystal, Ruby, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green when I was a kid. And then I think that's when I took a break. And then I played X, Y, Arceus Legends, which is crazy good. I got a story about that one. And then Brilliant Diamond, or Shining Pearl, I think is one I played. With that being said, I had never seen a shiny ever, outside of Silver and Gold also. Sorry, or Silver. I had never seen a shiny until Legends Arceus, and I got a shiny Lopunny, and then I found a shiny Eevee. And in that game, I was finding shinies like honestly just about every time I played the game. And I know the rate of encounters is pretty high because they're just like wild in the environment, but I just kind of felt like I was seeing way too many, and it kind of lost the luster for me. I think by the time I was done, I think I maybe had 30 shinies, I think. And the Eevee that I found was an alpha Eevee. The thing is huge, and so I evolved it into an Umbreon. But yeah, I transferred a lot of those to home. Oh, and the Lopunny was an alpha Lopunny too. If you watch the vlog, it was Easter last year. At any rate, my brother, I don't know how, I don't know why, he gave me one of his games one time, and he had a, it was Joseph, he had a green Machamp, I think his name was Broccoli, or something like that. But, this was before, I really, would Google things and stuff. But I was like, how the hell is this thing green, bro? I never seen a green Machamp, and then, that was, I thought it was like a hacked Pokemon. I didn't know, I knew shinies existed, but I'd never seen what a Machamp shiny looked like. So that was cool, that he had that. Yeah, naughty nature. Yeah, I was really excited to get that shiny. Now, I'll be honest though, I just get hacked Pokemon that are shiny and just play the game with them because it's just more fun to have the whole team shiny for me. So for me, this is kind of like doing the due diligence, right? Like actually getting a genuine shiny. The problem is, I really like Pokemon that are just hard to get. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Shiny Mew, and it's difficult to get. But I have a few Shiny Mews in bank. Yeah, I know I'm a bad person, but, it's just gotta fucking... just what I do, bro. But this one will be legitimate. This one I will play the game with. Yeah, I appreciate everyone watching tonight. I know this isn't the most thrilling stream, but, again, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do it on the stream, Do it with the boys and the girls. I really like having this dock on my desk, too. When I bought my Switch OLED, the guy threw in a free dock, and I didn't really know what to do with it for the longest time. It's pretty nice having it on your desk, I'll tell you that much, America. It's pretty nice having it on your desk. Now I'm just like, damn, what other games am I going to be playing, Oops. Sorry, boys. Give me 1 second. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I had a thought. I did have a thought. Please don't. No, that's why I'm pretty slow with it, and I take a minute every time because I just know that some stupid shit like that would happen to me. So I do take a moment, bro. I'll tell you that much. I do take 1 moment. So I thought of something. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. The next one for sure. Dude, if I get the next one, dude, I'm gonna fucking... If it happens tonight, I will be so happy. I don't think I will be happier in my whole life. Maybe, but I don't know. I'll be pretty happy. Sorry, I gotta send a text real quick. Alright, let's see. Yeah, dude, I really look at that motherfucker before I restart, because that would not be good for me, bro. Honestly, if that happened, I think I would just give up. I think I would just give up. What up, Boogie Bop? Thanks. Yeah, it is fun for sure, but it's a battle, bro. It's a fucking battle. That's a good question, Korean. I'm debating. Now, hear me out here, because I have shinies of all the Pokemon that I would use from this point forward. I really do. So I am debating whether it's worth it to hunt another shiny like this. I'm debating. But maybe Dratini, maybe a Snorlax. I don't know. I really don't know. There's not a lot of like Pokemon, and the thing is, like, I'm really debating my team because every time I've ever played this game, this is my team. Let me tell you: Charizard, Mew. Well, hang on. Charizard, Pikachu, Gengar, Dragonite, Zapdos, and sometimes I'll double up on the water Pokemon, like with a Starmie. Other times I'll run a Mew. But, I mean, that's how I've played this game since I was like 8, right? You know, because I had Game Shark back then, so I could get in the Mew. But a part of me is like, you know, this is like a new thing. And when I played Crystal Legacy, I mean, I only played a couple streams, but I tried to play a little differently than I always play. And I mean, I guess it was a little fun. But then also playing some of the ROM hack games, like Pokemon... there was one with Tyranitar on the cover. I don't remember what the game was called. But, you know, I played with some different Pokemon I'd never played before, and I really enjoyed it. And so a part of me is thinking... I was actually taking some notes today. Now, I never evolved my Pikachu. Part of me is like, you know, maybe I should, you know, do that, because I never really played as with a Raichu before. So I was thinking Charizard, Nidoking, Raichu, Poliwhirl, Vileplume, and Dragonite. I think I may not have mentioned it, but I always play with the Dragonite as well. I don't really think I can give up Charizard, obviously. And Dragonite is just so fun. But Gengar is my favorite Pokemon, and I don't know. Charizard, Nidoking, Raichu, Poliwhirl. Because I usually always use a different Pokemon, but Poliwhirl is kind of fun. Fun fact, when I was a kid, my first Pokemon pack, it was a holographic base set Poliwrath. Whatever the final one of Poliwhirl is, Poliwrath. So I have a lot of love for that Pokemon. So I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I should go Gengar over Vileplume. I really don't know. But also I have a Nidoking, which I think is poison also. What type of Pokemon is Nidoking? Nidoking typing. Oh, he is poison too. Shit. What is Vileplume? Shit, it's poison grass. Okay, so I don't need Vileplume then. Should I go Gengar? I don't know what to do. I really love Gengar. I can't explain. But then I feel like I'm really not doing anything different. I don't know, boys. Part of me really wants to not do what I've always done. But I know the second I get home, I'm going to get that shiny Mew in this game. Yeah, Zapdos and Starmie. Let's see, best Fire Red Charmander team. Ba-da-ba. But then I love Gyarados too, so it's like, do I want to go Poliwhirl over Gyarados? I just don't know. I'm really struggling with this. I'm actually really struggling with this. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it, you know? That's how I feel right now. Charizard, Nidoking, Raichu, Gyarados, Gengar, Dragonite. I don't know, man. I would love Zapdos over Raichu, but I always play with Zapdos. But he's just so good, bro. But Gyarados has Intimidate, which is a crazy good ability. I don't fucking know. I do not know. Now we're half an hour in. Victoria, whenever you need me to swap out, just let me know. I can end the stream early if I need to. Dude, this person had Victoria. That person sold that ghost. I was so sad. Someone was selling a ghost for like stupid. It almost seemed like stolen how cheap they were doing. I couldn't explain it, but they were selling the ghost without the figures for 300, and then they dropped the price to 225 like real quick. It was weird. Could have been me, bro, but we were too late to message. Yeah, try for the next 30 minutes. Okay, bad. I don't want to play more than an hour, so I'll come relieve you of your duties in 1 hour. I think they were just desperate for money, but I mean, it would have been awesome to have, so I'm just a little bummed. TBH. Jinx is very good Pokemon. Very good. But I fucking hate the way she looks. Mr. Mime is really good too, and for the same reason. Part of me is like, I really want to play it differently than I've been playing it. But also, the other part of me is like, dude, I haven't played Fire Red Leaf Green in years. So I want to just play the way I always play. I don't know. It's like, actually kind of stressed me out. I mean, like, I did play recently Let's Go with my daughter. And we really enjoyed that. Very fun game. Our team was stacked, bro. Our team was stacked. We love that game. That game, I'll have always a lot of memory in that game for me. Also, I feel like I love my Switch OLED, to be clear, but I feel like, ooh, Slowbro is pretty good. Slowbro is actually pretty good. But I never really understood the quality of the OLED. And I still don't think it's like a required upgrade, but recently I had both of them side by side playing basically the same game like Fire Red and Leaf Green. And you could definitely see the quality difference a little bit in the OLED, so it's definitely not the worst purchase I've ever made, and I do really like it, so definitely not a bad purchase there. Man, we went to go look at watches today, chat. Damn, Rolexes are gotten really expensive. Wait, there was a Pokemon OLED Switch? What? I thought they just had the white Switch OLED. I gotta look this shit up. Sorry, I'm trying to type and fucking play this game at the same time. Oh shit, there was. That's cool. Damn, that thing looks fucking awesome. Yeah, your Delphox was nasty, bro. Your Delphox was fucking nasty. Alright, 20 more minutes of hunting, and we'll see what it gets us. The Pokemon decals on the back. Yeah, I just looked at it. There's a lot of Pokemon decals on that. By the way, for people watching, how's the sound mix? I can't really tell in my ears. It's just 100%, but I toned it down quite a bit. Is the game volume too quiet? Does it sound pretty good in relation to my voice? Let me know. No one's complained, so I assume it's fine, but your feedback is appreciated. Thanks, Boogie Bop. Appreciate you, bro. That's a good, I didn't even think about that. I'll drop it to 26. There we go. Bum, ba, da, bum, ba, da, bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. Alright, we got about 20 minutes of hunting left. We'll see how it goes. Dude, I took such a good nap today, boys. I was fucking... I was in La La Land, bro. Having a baby, bro, is tiring stuff. Jordan, I have been trying for at least 35 hours. I've been trying since Sunday at like 12. And I've pretty much been playing all my free waking hours. I would estimate to be clear, a bit estimation that I'm probably at about 2,000 resets. Ooh, Dead or Alive 7, dude. Dude. Dead or Alive Volleyball, dude. When we get in the 4K remaster, bro. Yeah, I have been at it for days. It's to the point where it's almost like... This is going to be crazy, but I feel like I'm getting kind of manic. Like, I have a very addictive personality, and I almost feel like because I've wasted so much time... This is why I never want to gamble, to be clear. I almost feel like I cannot give up at this point, you know? Yeah, fighting games... Oh, 3,700 resets so far. That's how I feel, Austin, honestly. But how are you tracking your resets? Because I know there's that thing with the camera on the phone, but it was killing my battery, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, I tracked, I think, up to like 1,600 with it, and then I just kind of gave up. Thanks, Jordan. I think statistically at 3,700, there's like a 40% chance, like 4 out of 10 people would have seen a shiny by now. I would love nothing more than to see this on air, tapping live on air. Yeah, dude, I'm still doing it, Dean. It's called dedication, my brother. It's called dedication. Damn, what does that mean? Seasons in Tekken? I don't know. It's like Battle Pass or like chapters in Fortnite. Dean, say a prayer to the big man for me, bro. I need to fucking get this done, bro. Oh. Austin, send me that app. Also, Austin, I'm going out of town tomorrow in the morning. I need to just print your One Piece base and then finish your Fire base. So my goal is to ship all your stuff by Wednesday. Hopefully. That's my goal, hopefully. Yeah, I do need a hobby. Austin, are you trying to get Charmander or what are you trying to get? I do have a hobby, bro. It's called buying Gohan figures. I'll be playing this shit with a baby on my chest, bro. Just chilling. You know, just chilling. Alright, once we get to an hour, I'm going to do 10 more for good luck. 11 more for good luck. And then we'll call it after that. Also, is my game window crooked? Oh no, it's not. Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bum, bum. Shut up, Victoria. We started this time, yet I'm already collecting Pokemon. Yeah. Thing is, though, I'm gonna catch up much faster because I know how to play this game, bro. What the hell, bro? It's called Dedication Badfish. Also, I didn't realize how the odds for the female Charmanders were. It's like 7-1 odds, what Alexa said. But also, your Bulbasaur's level 10. Okay, well, your Bulbasaur's weak to fire, so I'm gonna fuck that shit up. You almost probably have an Ivysaur. I think, what is it, like level 16 it evolves? I know, it would be so much quicker, dude. Although, Austin, there was a guy on TikTok that didn't know that that's not how that worked. And he wasn't even checking the, like, to this point. He was just resetting as soon as he saw the sprite preview. And this girl was like, my boyfriend's been doing this for 3 days nonstop. And everyone's like, oh, no, baby. He wasn't actually doing it. For the chat, what I mean is when you click this, it can still be shiny. It will never show a shiny sprite here because it doesn't check for shiny until it's in your inventory. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, by far, Badfish. Absolutely, I could have beaten this game. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I know that for sure. But I wouldn't have a shiny Charmander if I did do that. Although last time I played Leaf Green, I really sucked. Because typically when I play these type of games, I'll just over-level one Pokemon and just fucking dog-walk the entire game. And the last time I played Leaf Green, I tried to keep all my team level, like even level. And it made the Elite Four very difficult. And I gave up after a little bit because I was just like kind of pissed off. So I ain't doing that shit again. My friend and I used to play through when it stopped saving because the battery died. We would get to like the 6th badge in one day. Jesus Christ. I never had the battery die when I was younger, but I have cartridges that the battery dies. Like the battery's dead now. Nice. Prime 1 Punchline? That's fucking awesome, dude. I think that's the one that Dean has. Although the new Sideshow Prime 1 kind of looks like ass, if I'm being honest. I feel it, boys. I feel it in my bones. It's happening soon. I know this. Name this one shiny too. Okay. Got you, bro. Let's do it. Hopefully I can change his name. Oh, man. Alright, we got 8 more minutes left. Then after an hour, we're going to do 11 more. For the love of the game. And then we'll call it. But if I don't get it on the road trip this weekend, I'll be very disappointed, obviously. But if I don't get it, we'll do more streaming of the shiny hunt. And if I do get it, we'll actually stream some of the game as I can. Damn, I thought that one was it, bro. I don't know why. I just felt it. I felt it in my bones. Oh, anyways, I don't know if I finished this thought earlier, but we looked at Rolex today's. Just goddamn. Might be a while, boys. Might be a while. Oh, shit. I need the power of God and anime on my side, boys. It's not girly colored, bitch. How dare you? That's a nice watch, dude. That's such a nice watch. I hate you guys. Yeah, but the Rolex is like fucking 5 times, not 5 times, it's like 3 times more expensive. In this game, the odds of a shiny are 1 in, I think, 8,192. Gender, for this Pokemon in particular, it's 7-to-1 male-female ratio. but shiny female and shiny male. Every time it generates a Pokemon, it's a 1 in 8,192. I think in some of the newer games, it's like 1 in 4,096. And then with a lot of methods, there's in the newer games, not in this game. In this game, it's full odds every single time. But in some of the newer games, you can do stuff to, basically make it like as low as like 1 in 1,000 odds. In fact, in Let's Go and like Arceus, I mentioned earlier, I was seeing shinies like every time I played. How dare you, Victoria? Alright, we're coming up on an hour, and then we're going to do 11 more. So I need someone to help me count. Because I'm going to lose count. Hey, Carissa Tozier just subscribed. Thanks. I wonder if I can make that have a shiny Charmander gif. How the fuck did I do that? What the hell? Hang on, boys. We gotta figure out. This was past Zach. I don't remember how the fuck I did that back then. How the fuck do I download this shit? Save image as. I don't know where the fuck that saved to. Hang on, I want to look at something real quick. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Anyone know how to do this for OBS? Alert box? I think that's what it is. Source properties. Subscribers. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Media. Change media. Drag and upload. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're changing it to shiny Charmander real quick. You know, for the love of the game, you know. I think that would be make a little bit more sense for what we're doing, because that was when I was playing Crystal. Sorry, guys. It's going to bother me if I don't change it. All right, let's see if that works. I think we can test the widget. Let's do a subscriber real quick. There we go. Lower him just a little bit. Look at that action. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. That works. All right, we got 11 to go. Someone help me count. I'm going to help with the chat to count. Let's bang these out. That's what we're looking for, that shiny Charmander. The Epstein files? What the hell do you mean? Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are mentioned in the files for these two. Oh, huh, that's interesting. I don't think I would play those again. I didn't really like that game, to be honest. Was that the one with Blaziken? Okay, so that's one. We got 10 more to go. I thought these were based on oh, what was pretty cute, the notification. I thought these were based on the engine for it, so I think that makes sense they would be mentioned. I could be wrong though. Well, I'm gonna hide the tip thing because we don't get a lot of tips. Dude, if they re-release Crystal, I mean, Crystal is not without its problems, to be clear, but that would be pretty fucking spicy. Oops, sorry. I gotta move this alert box up a little bit. Oh, dude. Crystal Legacy is so fucking good. I wish I could play it on this system. I have it on the 2DS. This is 2, by the way. I have it on the 2DS. Pokemon Crystal Legacy. Such a good fucking game. It's a ROM hack of Crystal. It's a really good game. If you guys check it out, it's a really good game. It's what I was playing when I tried to play Crystal, but I didn't feel like people really liked it, to be honest. So I don't know. I didn't get a lot of views on it, and it was a long game. So sorry about that. Okay, this is 3. Got 8 more to go. Like I've memorized every fucking millimeter of this fucking building. Alright, this is 4. Alright, this is 5. Okay. On to 6. Shit. Sorry. I think this is 5. No, it's not 11 yet, brother. I think we're on to 6 now. Or that may have been 6, I don't know. I need some G Fuel, bro. I'm getting tired. That's how I feel, and that's why I really try to like take a moment every time, like double check it before I reset, because I watched so many people today on TikTok getting theirs. It was inspiring, bro. It was really inspiring. It was awe-inspiring, honestly. I was in awe. I think this is 7. I know we're losing viewers. I know it's tough. It's a battle, bros. I wonder. You know what? Let's just do it like this. You know, let's do a little mix it up. You know. Tired of standing next to that motherfucker. Okay, we're at 9. Shit. Yeah, Austin, I swear to God, that's why I really just take a pause. So I really just take a pause, you know? Because people are resetting their shit like the millisecond the next screen pops up. And, like, I feel like if you do that, you might maybe make time for, like, 3 more a day. I just don't feel like it's worth it. Alright, so we're going to 10 and 11 next. I just don't think it's worth it, honestly. Shit. Goddamn, 45 hours? Okay, so I'm probably about 36 at this point. 35 hours or more. It's not fucking very precise, is it? Alright, this is 10. We got one more for the night. Hey, what up, Geo? Hopefully you get it, bud. This is my last one for tonight, but I'm gonna pray for all y'all to get it, because I want my boys and my girls to succeed in everything that they want. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, we didn't get it tonight, boys. We did not get it tonight. But they say the night is darkest before the dawn. And with that, we will try again another day. I go out of town tomorrow. I will be back Saturday night. Perhaps we'll do some game on Saturday, Sunday. Even if I get it, we're still going to do some streaming of this game, so... Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. This was honestly much more fun than doing this on my own. And shout out to Victoria for helping me buy the equipment to do this. Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.